This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. So we are dealing with Power BI, right? So we just started with a simple demo where we should be able to get the data from multiple sources, and you can do lot of transformations, and later we could create small visualizations, right? So let me again redo it once again, so that this time we are going to be getting the data not only from Excel, but also we connect with SQL Server, we get the data, we apply a lot of transformations, right? So get the data, apply some transformation, you put the data into Power Pivot, and later you're going to be working with this, right? So let me simply go back and so get the data from different places, right? So this is what. So we are extracting the data from this, and from this, right? That is what we do. Then we perform a lot of transformations here. Transformation means what? We're going to be, changing something. Then all the data is going to be loaded where? In the data model. So as we know that it is going to be capturing maximum of 10 GB of data. When you have more and more data, then definitely power, pivot cannot work, right? So that is where when you have terabytes of data, where we are going to be using SSIS to perform ETL operations. So whatever the Power Pivot is doing, it is can store only 10 GB of data. So this is where we're going to be using SSAS, and we do data modeling, and whatever Pivot is doing with a little amount of data. When you have large amount of data, this we can do. So whatever the Power View is doing visualizations, this is what SSRS can do. Clear? So this stack is called as a MSBI. When you have large amount of data, when you have large amount of data like 10 terabytes of data, so it can store this much of a data, and you wanted to do much more ETL operations, right? On the 10 terabytes of data, definitely you cannot connect with, Power Query and perform ETL. So this is what is called limited data sets. Why limited? If you think about a pyramid, sorry, if you think about a pyramid, so bottom of the companies are small level companies like goonlinetrainings.com. You have a small companies. These people need a Power BI tool, but they don't need SSIS and SSA and SSRS. I have some data, I need to create a report, get the data and do everything and creating a report. Small companies are more. Then you have a medium level companies, and you have a bigger companies. So medium level companies and small companies going for Power BI because they don't have a data warehousing, they don't have SSIS and SSRS because their data itself is a limited data. Think about my data. Every month I get 1,000 inquiries, approximately 5 MB of data per annum I will get it. Every month I'll get 1 MB, 2 MB, like that. Even though I'm maintaining for 20 years of data, do you think that it will be GBs and terabytes? No, I don't get it. So, right? So when you have a small amount of data, you don't need SSIS and everything, and along with the data warehousing. So data warehouse where you store the data and you perform all these things. So this is a traditional BA when you have terabytes of data, right? So if you don't have this much of a data, when you have less than 1 GB, 2 GB, 100 GB here means you can get up to 100 GB of data from the sources because 1/10 of the data will get compressed. Clear? So we can deal with this kind of a data sets. Clear? So when you have so much of a data, then directly store the data, transform the data, and give only to Power BI, and don't use this only to create a visualization, create a report, and deploy the report. That's it. That is what we're going to be doing with. So Power BI can do everything, and Power BI, when the data size is more, it cannot do because Power BI has a data size limitations, right? So in that place, what we do, we extract the data, we store the data into the data warehousing, and for the yeah, so Power Pivot, right? So this is where we're going to be using SSAS. This is where the data modeling. So this is what is called SSIS. Okay, this is what is called SSRS. Clear? So whatever the data modeling that you're going to be doing, the same thing we can also do it here. Clear? So data modeling can be done, everything can be done. So this is what is called MSBA, and this fellow is going to be storing all the data in where? Data warehousing. Okay, you extract the data, you transform the data with SSIS, you load the data into data warehousing. After the data warehousing, what you do, you create a model. After model data, you're going to be supplying the data to this fellow. Clear? So that is what we're going to be creating. So then you can create a Power BI reports, or after SSAS, you can also create a SSRS reports, anything. So after the getting the data from ETL, putting the data into data warehousing, and model the data here, and you create a visualization with the help of SSRS or with the help of Power View. So anything can be done very, very easily. So that is what you need to understand. When you have a terabytes of data in the company, Power BI alone cannot do that. Power BI has a data limitation. It cannot, work with large amount of data coming from the databases. So that is where we are going to be using a tools like SSIS or Informatica or Ab initio. All these are called ETL tools, right? So for the modeling purpose, we're going to be using cubes and everything. SSAS tabular model I was talking about, right? So that is there as part of this course. We're going to be modeling the data. Then we create a lot of reports here. Now quickly go back, guys, and let me open a demo. Yeah, we'll discuss, and Power Map and something different, and the Power View is something different. We'll discuss that. Okay, so these are the things that we had discussed already. What is a Power Query, and what is a Power Pivot and Power View? And now let me go back to my Power BI desktop. Let me open this. Please wait, it is taking time. Let me open my SQL Server as well. Guys, have started SQL Server? Okay, how do we start with? How do we start with, guys? We have to always go to Power BI desktop. So where to start now? So you need to start always with the transform data. This is where Power Query, right? And this is where we need to start later. So this is what is called Power Pivot. This is where you do the modeling, right? Now, this is what is you're going to be creating a visualizations. Clear? So these are the visualizations. So this is what is called formatting. So get the data, do the modeling, and do the visualizations. If your data is very, very cleaned data, 80% of the time, the Power Pivot will do the data modeling very, very neatly and cleanly. You do not have much more work at this side. Clear? But otherwise, you have to prepare data modeling and everything. So in tomorrow's session, we'll see what kind of a data modeling techniques we can apply that we can, easily work on that. So step number one, you need to practice them and very, very easily, guys. And I think we have started first of this month, right? You should be able to get very, very easily and very, very neatly you can get a job, right, when you practice them. So what are the steps we have to have? So if you wanted to work with Power BI, so first you need to get the data sources guides. Okay, if you're getting issue, try to download with one more browser, guys. Okay, so don't download it with the same Chrome again and again. Use Firefox. If you're not able to download the software, you should be able to do it with one more browser, Firefox or something. Install it and try to do with, or try to download with the other Microsoft Edge. Clear? So if you want to work with Power BI, so you have to have the data source. So Power BI. So first we need to go to where? So Power Query. So step I'm writing. Power Query, you need to go and you need to have different data sources here, right? So what are the data sources? You can have different data sources. Let me go back, and people who said, sir, you're very, very speed, I'm not able to understand. I'm repeating the same step once again. So I'm in the Power BI desktop. So what I do, I go here, click on transform data. So this is the step number one. Okay, Power BI desktop, you need to start. Clear, guys? Then Power Query. Power Query means, so that is the window I told you. Just go there. This is the window and click on where transform data, this one. So fine. So that is done. So Power Query. Then what you need? Because any reporting software needs data. So you will be able to get the data from multiple sources. Now you have Excel, you have the data coming from SQL Server or maybe any RDBMS like Oracle, right? You may be getting the data from, flat files, okay? Flat files are called as what? CSV files, called as notepads, called as text files. All these are synonyms, right? Flat files, CSV files, notepads, text files, or you may be getting the data from some, PDF files, or you may be getting the data from some SSAS cubes. Okay, you will be able to get the data after modeling it. So you may be getting the data from elsewhere. You have thousands of sources. Clear? So Power Query, where you get the data. So this is where we are going to be extracting the data. So connect to the data source. Now you should be able to do what is called as extract the data, right? You should be able to do extracting the data. So after extracting the data, let me go back. So got the window. So this is the window. Now this is my Power Query editor window. Have you seen this? So observe carefully where you are. You have now two windows. You have now two windows, guys, because basics are very, very important. Power BI desktop. Now you should be able to see one more window. So this is this window. Let me minimize this. So let me minimize this. So I have Power BI desktop window. I have a Power Query editor window. Am I clear, guys? So these are very, very important. Clear? So now after that, click on new source, Excel workbook if you want to get the data. Now you choose the data wherever you have a data. So simply go back and get the data from there. So I have some data in my OneDrive. Let me go to Power BI. I have some data here. So whatever be the data that you wanted to use it, you simply take that file. So customers are going to be giving you that file. Clear? So Adventure Works, or you can say Amazon Retail Sales, this is what we're working on, right? So simply select that file. So this is also you can do it. So here, so whether you're a BTech technical or non-technical, IT, non-IT, MBA, BCom, 10th class guy, 10th standard guy, doesn't matter. So it is go there, click there and attach the file. So nothing to worry. So simply click on open. Now where we are, Power Query editor window. Clear? People who have joined newly today, okay? So they're supposed to get all the other videos, guys. Please ping me or call me after the class, okay? So all the remaining videos I'll be sending, and you choose what is that you wanted to have it. I need all of them. Take, okay? So you need all of them, you take. If you don't need all of them, take whatever be the sheets that you have it. Let me go and show you this file. Amazon retail sales file. I have it. This file I think I have shared already. If not, I'm going to be sharing once again. So this is the file where I have some sales data, right? I have orders table, I have returns table, I have a people table, right? I have some persons, I have some returns, I have some orders table, some data I have. This is the header column. So this is the header column. I have it. Let me save this file. This is a simple Excel data, order ID, order date, ship mode, customer ID, customer name, customer segment, and country. Okay, and what is a city and what is a state, right? And what is a postal code, region, and lot of data have it here. product ID, product name, category name. So what is the product being shipped and what is the sales amount, what is the quantity, what is the discount, what is the profit. So a lot of columns are available in this, need not to worry. So when you see the data, we don't understand and which year the profits are more. We don't understand in which city the orders are more. We don't understand from which state the orders are more, right? We don't understand which kind of a categories are, which region the orders are more, right? And we don't know what is the category the sales is high, what is the subcategory in that the sales is high. So we wanted to analyze the data. We wanted to analyze the data. Now, end of the day, you don't want to analyze the data. The decision maker, the manager wanted to analyze the data. He will give you the data like this. Hey, Bhaskar, you take the report and give me the report. I will analyze as a manager, not we. We are not the guys who are going to be analyzing their data. We are not a managers in the company. We are a BA developers. So we are going to be simply creating a report and giving it to whom? To the decision makers. Who's the decision maker? Decision maker is a manager. Manager will ask you, hey Bhaskar, I need this kind of a report. Can you please create? So the managers are going to be interacting with you guys. Clear? So you are the technical guy. The manager is going to be asking, I need this data. I need this report like that. I want to understand where the sales is high, where the sales is low, right? So a lot of things. So they're going to be asking you. So this is the data they'll give you. They don't understand a lot of things here. So what you do, you take the data, and you're going to be taking all of the data and including it here. So that is what you're going to be doing it. Clear? So done. So data is getting loaded. Now you will see from where these files are coming from. This is coming from Excel file. So one is done. The second one I wanted to go to SQL Server, go to server name. My server name, how do I get SQL Server name? So you go to the SQL Server. Now, if you wanted to get the name of SQL Server, select @ server name. All these are commands. Okay. You must know SQL Server very well, guys, to work with the SQL Server. So my computer name is called Kedar. Copy this, and I want to go and connect it to this server. Clear? So connected to this server, or simply you can put a dot. If you don't know anything, you simply put a dot. So what is a dot and all? I have clearly explained. Okay, what is a dot and when to use dot? Everything I have clearly explained. So you just watch my SQL Server videos without fail. So if you go to SQL Server, so these are the databases we have. And what is the database that you want to work with? So you can choose one database and get the data. So I have a data Amazon OLTP database. I have Amazon OLAP database. I have. So this is one database. I can use it. So I should be able to get the data, right? So use Amazon. So this and all, you must know SQL. If you cannot say I did not started yet. You need to start. Slowly you will understand all these things. So parallelly, I told you, right? Please practice them. So I have a lot of data, customer data. So the SQL Server is going to be storing the data in the table, right? So this is one table. And like that, you have one more table called so product table. Drag and drop this. Okay. This is how SQL is going to store the data, and that is how Excel is going to store the data. To get the data from SQL, you need to write this kind of a commands, right? If you don't know anything, then definitely it will be difficult for you to crack the interviews. So please slowly watch, slowly watch. If you're not able to do with Excel, SQL now, don't worry. You can do it later, but start, applying. So you have a dim timetable where the sales in which date, which year, which semester, which quarter, which month, which week. So all the data is available here. in this table as well. So don't worry about all these things. If you don't know SQL Server, slowly you start watching SQL Server videos, everything you can understand. Clear? So anyhow, we're going to be discussing about data warehousing concepts. That time you can understand what is a dim customer, what is a factor sales. You don't understand now, so don't worry about all these things. I have a lot of data. What is the product and who's the customer, when he bought, how many, quantity he bought it or she bought it, and sales amount, when the delivery is happened, and in which location the delivery is taken place. So there is a table called dim location table, and the delivery is happened to 112. What is a 112? We don't know what is 112. Let me simply go there and try to look into this guy. Clear? So 112, the sales is happened to 112. It is New Jersey, New York, somewhere this city the sales is happened. Clear? So a lot of sales are available, so you can also connect and get the data from that. Okay, give server name is dot if you don't know the server name. And what is the database name? You need to give exactly. You should not give the different names. Amazon DW. So go there, Amazon DW, and import the data. Choose this and click on OK. Okay. Now I am able to go to this and connect. I am trying to. So we were not able to connect. That is fine. I don't mind. It is loading the data from where? It is loading the data from SQL Server database. I wanted to take dim customer table, dim location table, dim product table, right? So I would like to take all the tables from the data warehouse or from the SQL Server simply, right? I can choose this, I can choose this. Don't worry about whether the data warehousing, this one, that one, everything you're going to be learning. So day one, don't concentrate on everything, right? So simply see how we're getting the data from multiple sources. That is what you need to concentrate on. That's it. Whether it is X or Y or dim or ABC, doesn't matter for you. You need the data, simply connect there, click, then click that, and you have some data. What is the fact? What is the time? What is the product? All of them we can see later one by one. So don't try to understand everything the day one itself. Okay, you will are going to be confusing a lot. So I'm able to get some of the data from this. Clear? So some data is available here. So I'm able to get a lot of data. Now, as we know, how much of a data it is going to be bringing? It always gets only 1,000 rows. Clear? So how many columns we have in this table, fact sales table? We have 12 columns and 1,000 rows it is able to bring it. Clear? So Power Query is going to be getting only 1,000 rows. If you see 1,000 rows, 21 columns are available. Clear? It is not going to load complete data from where? From the data source. That is what I told you already. It is going to bring only first 1,000 rows always, and later it is going to be applying a lot of things. Clear? So that is what we discussed, and this is what is your data. But we have to know from where you got this, from where you got this. Today you can remember because just now we have completed this step, right? But later, later can you complete? Can you understand from where you're getting it? You don't know, right? You simply click on orders. Now, if you see carefully, you can see carefully, if you wanted to rename something, you can simply go there and rename it. Okay. If you say orders, you can say sales orders. You can simply go there and see the sales orders here. So there is a query settings window where you can apply. So where is this window available? So you can simply go to view menu. So there is a query settings window. So this is off. That window is not shown, and you go to view menu. Where view menu? Power Query. Where I'm clicking, you have to watch where I'm. Clear? What I'm clicking on, what I'm trying to get. You just watch them clearly so that you can just go there. So I wanted to go here. So we don't get all the data initially. We'll get only 1,000 rows. Okay. So later what we do, we are going to be working on the remaining columns. When is that we're going to be working? So we'll see. We'll get only thousand rows for every table. That is what got loaded, right? So please wait. So we go and open this, and I wanted to click on query settings. You are seen, right? So now I want you to know what is the data source for this. You simply click on this, and this is where you can modify it. And later you can also see a applied steps. Clear? Step number one is this. So step number two, when you observe, there are lots of steps being applied. I did not apply. Simply I go and connect, click on OK. It is applying. This is your source. This is your navigation. Promoted headers, change it type, blah, blah, blah. It is able to do it. So let us talk about all of them. But I wanted to know from where I'm able to get the data. So you can easily see, click on by source. So this you need to select it, and you want it to know from where you're getting the data. So for that purpose, you have to go to view menu query settings. This window will get open. Now click on the source here. Click on the source. Now you should be able to see this is the place you are able to get it, right? Now, I wanted to show you the code. What code we are going to be writing here? M language code, right? So that is what I spoken about here. What code it is going to be writing when you're using this Power Query and attaching the file or attaching the SQL Server. So what is that we're going to be doing? We are going to be using a M language. Did I write any M language? No. But how do I see the code? Let me go back. So I go to here. I have applied some steps. I got this window. I wanted to see the code whenever applying these steps. If you wanted to see the code, go to view menu, check for formula bar. Clear? So I have selected this. I click on this. So from where I'm getting the data, Excel means Excel. Excel means what? You're able to get the data from Excel sheet. It is going to give you the complete path. So this is what is called complete M language. Clear? So this is the M language code I'm able to get. Now when I go to navigation, so it is telling me you are able to get, when you click on the navigation, it is telling me you are able to get this from the orders sheet. Okay. If you go, there is sheet called order sheet. From there you are able to get. Then it is telling me it is a promoted headers. So column 1, column 2, column 3, but the actual column name is this: row ID, order date, ship date. Clear? So it is a promoted the headers. It has taken this and kept it here. So promoting the headers. No, column 1, column 2 is not there. It is having proper things. Now later it is telling me changed the data type also. So this is a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 means what? When you click on this here, is it a decimal or a fixed decimal number, whole number, percentage, date and time, date, time, duration, text? What is the type? So by reading the 1,000 rows, reading the 1,000 rows, because I told you only 1,000 rows it is going to be reading, and based on this data, it is going to be assigning. When you click on this, you will be able to see what is the thing. Clear? When you go here, so what is that it is assigned? It is assigned a calendar, date, because it is a date and time value. Ship mode, it is a textual data. ABC is textual data. Like that, everything Power BI is doing. You're not doing anything. So it is already applied. It got the data. It picked up the data, promoted the headers, and changed, cleaned everything. Some 4 or 5 steps are automatically done. So this is the code, M language code, to change the data types. I wanted to see the complete code for all these steps. Go to view menu. You have advanced editor. So this is the complete M language code. Clear? So from where you're getting the data, what is the sheet name, and what is it? It is promoted headers. And this is the function actually, table dot promoted headers. This is a function. What is a function? Do I know? I don't know. I'm a non-IT guy. I don't understand what is a function. What is this, a table dot transformation dot blah blah blah. Do you understand what is this? I don't understand. I am not done with it. I am need not worry about it. If you wanted to see the complete code, where you need to go? You have to go to view menu. Where? M query view menu. So you have to go and click on advanced editor. So this is where you should be able to get the complete code. If you wanted to get what is the code for this, you have to go to view menu, check for formula bar. Only the code for this step is shown. Clear? That is what you got to understand, guys. Done. Now, like that, let me click on people. So source, navigation, and blah blah blah. I wanted to click on dim customer. And what is the source? You wanted to know. Go here, and it is getting the data from somewhere, right? So what is the source? SQL. SQL means SQL database. That is very, very simple. And you go to dim location, right? So go to dim location. From here, you're getting the data. Click on this source, and you should be able to see it is going to get from SQL database. That this is the database. So from where you're getting the data, what is the navigation? Navigation means from which table it is able to get the data. It is able to get the data from this table. So later it did not apply anything because SQL data is already cleaned data. You will have a proper, data types are assigned to it. So when you go to columns, so it's clearly you have a lot of, it is integer data, it is a money data, currency data. So a lot of data types are defined. What is a data type? So slowly you understand when you learn SQL slowly one by one. Okay, I spoken about it clearly. So please watch that windows so that it is not applying anything because you already applied something there. So that's it, you applied something, you created something, then you later you wanted to apply some other transformations. Clear? You would like to apply some kind of a transformations. So I wanted to know what is the order date year wise. I would like to have some kind of a orders, right? So year wise orders, but I have a full date. I wanted to have an year, but year is not there, complete date is available. So you have to go, what is that I should do? What is that I should do? Add column. Yeah, automatically apply, steps are applied. Automatically steps are applied. I did not do anything. Did I do anything? You also tomorrow open FL and Excel, and automatically everything is applied already. Clear? Now what I do, I would like to get only the year number. So we are going to get the data from here. So this is where extracting is happening. Then this is the data that you can, where you can apply transformations. So transformations, if you wanted to apply, so these are the things that you can use it. Okay. So this is what is called a ribbon. Clear? All these are called as what? GUI options. Okay. Lot of transformations can be applied. What is the query is asking? Somebody is asking, what is that? So, sir, the applied steps automatically applied. Applied means what? Applied means done, right? It is applied. Applied means steps are done already. So that is applied. So automatically applied means yes. And if we apply anything, it will come under choose the steps, right? Yes, that is what you will be able to get it. Okay. So whatever the steps you applied, all the steps you will be able to see it here. Clear? So what are we going to do? We extract the data. Some steps are already applied. I did not apply all of them, but still, if you wanted to apply any steps, if you wanted to apply any steps, so this is where the GUIs options are available. You can choose something and do something. This is where we are going to be performing transformations. So extracting the data, we have extracted the data from Excel sheet and from SQL. So we like that. We can use a lot of things. So later you transform. So we are going to discuss about what is a transform, what is add column, what is view menu, what is a tools, and all these things will work for 10 days. We'll work for 10 days, guys. So don't worry about each and every step we're going to be discussing, guys. Clear? That's what is very, very important. Okay, guys, so we are going to be working on all these steps one by one. So what are the other transformations that you wanted to have it? So that you should be able to easily apply. So everything is UI. So you need not know anything. But you need not know anything means at least the UI options you should know. Because Power BI is a no coding software. Any non-technical people can understand very, very easily. It is similar to Excel sheet, right? So you can slowly jump into IT without knowing any knowledge about IT. What is this? What is that, right? So always, IT industry has only two things. One is data and you have a language. Data means databases, RDBMS, where you going to store the data. Language like C, C++, Java, .NET, where we're going to write the code. But here we're going to be using a code called M code. I'm not writing any M code. Automatically, code is being written. So anybody can understand this very, very easily. Now I wanted to get my requirement. What is the requirement? I will go and I'll say, I need to add a column. I need to add a column. So what is that column I need? So I need year separately. So I go and I wanted to add a column. So what is that you wanted to do it? And you need to look for appropriate transformation. You don't know. Okay, you don't know as of now. So just simply see what I'm doing. So later you can also do, you will learn each and everything. So I know I need to apply something here. So don't worry what I'm doing. What is that? Sir, will the manager says that, we need to change or we need to find out, right? So you think you're going to be a hotel, a chef is preparing all the food items. Do you ask saying that I need a pizza, I need a small pizza, medium pizza, or chef will give you without asking? So if you go to hotel, you need to tell I need a pizza with much more cheese and medium level pizza. That is the customer. That is you. You have to tell what is that you need. Okay, Venkatesh, do you remember? So everything somebody will be giving the requirement. I need like this. Okay, I need a pizza with what? More cheese. So that is a requirement by the customer. The requirement is saying I need year wise. So the customer requirement is like the customer will give you a requirement. Otherwise, chef can prepare any kind of a food. You're a chef, you think like that. Customers are coming and chef is there. What is that chef can do? Customer has to give you the complete requirement. I need a pizza large in size and I need a chicken pizza with more cheese and less spicy and more capsicum and tomato. So that is what is your requirement. So you understand. So whenever you go to hotel, you give the requirements, right? Now the chef is going to be preparing. Now you're the chef here. So who's going to be giving the data? Data will be given by the customer, Amazon company. Amazon managers will give you the requirements. I need like this. I need like that. Right? Whenever you go to hotel, you give your requirements to the chef like that. Whenever you go to any company, they'll give the requirements. Without that, can you prepare? For example, airport construction is going on. A construction company like L&T got the requirement from government of India. Now, who's going to be giving the requirements? Government of India has to give. We need a this kind of an airport. We need this kind of a gateways, this kind of a roads. This is the bit. Everything the government of India has to tell the L&T. L&T cannot create on their own. For example, you wanted to create a house. You're calling a contractor. Who's going to be giving requirement? Contract will tell you, I'll give you this is the size, you take it, or you will give the requirement. So always you, customer is the person who's going to be giving requirements. Clear, guys? You means your wife, your mother. You will say that I need this kind of a bedroom, I need a swimming pool there, I need a two-car ping. You design, you construct like that. That is what requirements always stated by the customer. Clear? You cannot decide on your own. So how do you know that he needs that, he needs that? Chef cannot decide what is that you're going to be eating, right? So you need to tell clearly. So that is what is the point. Very good. Clear? So that is what you need to understand, guys. Without customer is selling, even though you will not be able to get anything, guys. So you go there. I wanted to have year wise. So what I do, I don't know where to go because I'm new to the Power BI. So I'm going to be doing something, guys. You don't worry about what I'm doing. So I'm just simply going there, clicking on something here. I'm able to get here. I'm able to get here. So all these things we'll discuss. So I have used some steps. What are the steps I have taken? I went here, then I went here, then I knew that there is an option here. Clear? So I knew these options. So we will be learning all these options. I have applied some step. So the step is what? Inserted here. So this is a step already been applied. If you wanted to remove this, simply click on this, that will get removed. Clear? So whatever you wanted to do it for each and everything. The beauty is for each and everything, you are able to get a GUI option. But only your point is where is that available? So that is what you're going to be learning. Okay, this is available in this is available in that. For example, you go to somebody else's kitchen and you don't know where is the items are, where is the salt, where is the pepper, where is the oil, you don't know. So 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, you are familiar with their kitchen, then you can fastly cook the food, right? So that's it. Only thing is that everything is available here. Where to go and what to click, that is what you're going to be learning as part of Power BI. So going to the someone else kitchen, you should know where is the salt available, where is the oil available, where is the pepper available, where is the mint available, where is the Jira available. So that's it. So look, where is what? Get it and cook it. So it is very, very simple. Day one, you don't understand where is this available, where to click and where to go open, which cupboard I need to open. You don't know. But we are going to be working all these options for 10 days. So you're going to be easily understand, okay, this is for this purpose, I need to go to that cupboard and get the salt. I have to open this and get this. I need to go there and get something else. So this is simply opening a kitchen, get the item. So that is the GUI option without writing. What is GUI? It is, unique interface, right? So UI, with the help of UI options, you will be able to get a lot of items and you can easily user interfaces, right? So user interfaces, you can use it and you should be able to get easily the things and you will be able to get the data. Clear? So many times if you don't know what to do it, you don't know what to do it, at least you tell, I need this kind of an output. That is also given by machine learning. That is given, I don't know how to write this. For example, I wanted to get, so for example, I would like to get, I have something here. Okay, what is that I need? I wanted to have, yeah, graphical user interface. Thank you, guys. Okay, so I wanted to get only the number from this. I wanted to get number from this. Okay, so how do we get the number? You have a SO320335. I want to get only the number, not the letter. Which option? Where is that option? I don't know. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm searching here and here, here and here. Where is that option? I wanted to extract only the number. That is what is the requirement. Customer clearly told you go to customer ID column, extract only the number, not this. You don't know what to do. What Microsoft designed, Microsoft designed a machine learning algorithm for you, right? So you go to add column. So you select this column first. Now you go to add column. So what I'm clicking on, you don't worry because day one you are learning. So don't concentrate much more. Just listen what is happening here. What is the requirement? You supposed to get a number. So you don't know what is the option available, but at least one option is available columns from example. Okay, you tell Power BI, hey Power BI, I need, you go here from selection, whatever you have selected. Okay, from selection, you tell, hey, you go there and you say, so this is the number, right? What is the number I have, taken? For example, this is the number I have taken. What is that you wanted to have it? That you need to. So what is the customer ID we have taken, right? So yeah, customer ID. I would like to have, go here, double click on it, 12520. You are telling Power BI, hey Power BI, I need 12520. This is what I need. Press enter. Now see, it is able to bring only the number. Clear? So that is what it is done. It is done. You don't know where is the option. You are telling, hey, I need like this. So it is the created AM language. So this is the language code it has written. Now see. Now you don't know where is that option available, but still you're telling whom? You're telling Power BI, hey Power BI, you look for appropriate code and you write it. I need like this. This is what is called as a data science machine learning, right? So we are going to be talking about artificial intelligence, data science, and machine learning, right? Earlier days. So what we were doing, what we are writing. So this is a developer. Developer has to give the input. What is input? Normally we give data, right? Input means we have to supply the data, and developer is the guy who's going to be writing a large amount of code. So on the input data, when you write the code, you will be able to get what is called as an output, right? So this is what is called a normal traditional programming. A traditional programming is what? So you will get the data. You write a program C, C++, Java, .NET, Android, or iOS, some program you write it, you write the code. So code is going to work on the input data. It is going to be giving you output. This is what is a traditional development system. Now we are talking about machine learning, ML. So it is as part of data science. So what are we saying? We will give you input, right? Data will supply to whom? To machine, and data will give it to machine. So what is that? It has to write the code. We only tell the machine, hey machine, I need this kind of an output. Now you write the code. I don't want to write the code. So machine learning is replaced with the developer. You are not needed for the company now. Even code is machines are writing, right? So machine learning where developers are not required at all, right? So you only tell, I need this is the input that we are given just now, right? So this is what is input given. What is input? I need, you take the data as an input. I need this kind of an output. You write the code. I don't want to write the code because I don't know. So that is what we are telling as a machine learning concept today. Clear? So that is the beauty. That is where the IT industry is going. So developers are not needed. Why developers I should recruit? No need. No need of recruiting developers. Only non-IT people can say, you take the input, you give me the output machine. Machine is learning from your code and writing the code here. What is the code is writing? So the whatever be the code, if you give C language code it develops. If you give SQL code it develops. If you give some other code, it is going to be developing some other code. So the language, it's choice, right? So the language, if you're using the machine learning in SQL code, it is going to be writing. Now we are using Power BI M language, it is writing M language code. So slowly the developers also not needed in the IT industry. So they're going to go away very, very slow. So machine learning is introduced. You tell me, this is the data, this is what you need output, right? Let me write. But where machines cannot do, that where very, very complex things machines cannot do that, right? But they can do it. If you need more and more automation, so definitely machines can do it. And that is where the IT industry is leading. Clear? You don't know what is the option, what is this one, and that is where we're going to be using a machine itself to write your code. You're not going to be writing the code, because writing all combinations of the code, it is very very difficult for the developers, right? So IT industry past 20 years, it is writing, developers are recruited, and you need to know Java, .NET very well, and you need to write the programming. So now the applications are slowly introduced. So why developers has to write the code? Only a technical guy like Power BI developer guy will be joining the company. He will ask the machine to do that. So you're simply data entry guy. You should know this step is available, so that the machine itself is writing. Let me go back and show you some more things. Okay. So I wanted to know, let me go back. Okay. So I wanted to have year-wise sales. That's what I was talking about. Is a year date. Okay. So I should know, I need to select here. I should know where I need to go. Go to transform or go to add column. Where should I go? You should know this. You have to go here. You need to click on and you'll get the year number. But without doing everything, you're telling select this, go to add column, you column from examples from selection. Now, what is that? You train. What is the column name? You tell them that. Double click on this. Now you write 2016 year. You write 2016 year and press enter. Sorry. Automatically, it is taking all the data 2014, 2014. See, you show the output automatically, which is able to create a beautiful lines of the code. You don't know where the option is available. You know where the option is available. We are not thinking about even that option. So lot of things can be done. You give the input, you ask, I need only the year number. It is going to be writing appropriate code in which language? No, since it is a machine learning concept used in Power Query, it is writing M language. So slowly these are getting introduced in Java, .NET, everywhere. Already many tools got introduced. Simply you give input, you ask what kind of an output you need, it is going to be writing. For example, I'll go and I ask. So manager will tell you, hey Bhaskar, I need year wise and month name wise. What is the month name? What is the month name? How do I get month name? So, what is the appropriate option? Where is the month name? I can extract it. So should I go here? Should I, where is that? I don't know. So I simply go to add column. I go here. First you select. What is that you need? Month name. November month. So go here from selection, right? So it is going to be adding a new column. So click on OK. Okay. Now double click on it. So what is this? This is a 11 means November, right? You write November. So when you say November, it is going to be writing press enter. Now see, it is October, it is a November. It is got all the month name got added. Now it is applying steps, all of them. Have you seen this? Inserted year, inserted month name. So you don't know where the GUI option is available. So it is giving lot of other options too as well. Clear, guys? So this is what is called beauty. But if you go to SQL Server, you have to write so much of a code if you wanted to get the year name, month name. For example, I'll show you, right? So why Power BI is excellent, rather using this kind of a softwares. So I would like to get, let me go to orders table, right? So we have orders table. This is what is called, 2012 is the year number. I need to write this kind of a code where date, left of year number. So you need to write sales. What is the column name? Sale date key and comma 4 blah blah blah. Okay, I have to write like this. So let me go there. Let me execute this. Let me execute this. You will be able to get the year number. See how much of code you're writing. You should know this function. You should know this. Lot of things you should know. So this is what is called coding. In where? Coding in SQL. Coding in SQL. So everywhere we are able to write the code. And if you are working with Java, the code will be in different, okay, different code you're going to be writing there. If you want to get the year number, if you wanted to use .NET, you may be writing different codes. So different languages will have different codes, right? So that you should know very well. So here we are not going to be developing anything. Lot of things are UI options, lot of things are what, graphical user interface options. If not, we're going to be using machine, itself is used, and we're going to be able to get the data and applied whatever you would like to apply and continue further. So this is one step. If you don't need, remove this. The step is removed. You can remove this. So you can remove this. Whatever you don't need it, you should be able to remove it. But it is going to be applying on first 1,000 rows. Clear? So that is what you should know clearly. Clear? It is not going to be working on the complete data, guys. It is going to be working on only 1,000 rows. Clear? So that is what you should be able to work on, you should be able to understand. But now I have extracted the data with the help of new source, and it transformed the data with the help of these guys. Clear? Then I have to load. Where I have to load? Load. So E T, and you're going to be loading the data, close and apply. So now it is going to be getting all the data and reading all the rows from the source. Clear? It is going to be reading all the data source from the source. It is applying all steps now. Clear? So Power Query is going to be getting only thousands of rows, and which is going to be giving you the data here. But remember, not on 1,000 rows. It is going to be reading complete data from the data source, and it is going to be applied all the steps. So data type applied, year number is applied, and you want to do change it to uppercase, lowercase, so whatever be the steps being applied there, all the steps by table, row by row. It'll read one table data. It is reading the table data parallelly, right? It is reading that table data parallelly and applying step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4 on table 1. Again, step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. Those are called transformations. Clear? And the data got loaded. So now this is where you should be able to see the your data, your tables. And the tables have created a lot of primary key, foreign key linkages. All the tables are available here. If you see, it is telling me column 1 and column 2. It is telling me column 1 and column 2, but proper names are not given. Why proper names are not given? Proper names are there here, but proper names are not available there. What could be the logic and what is the reason? Here I have a good column names, but column 1, column 2, something is missing, right? If you wanted to go back, simply, this is where visualization, this is where we are. So when we come here, we're able to see something here. If you want to see the data, click on this. So this is where, if you open people, column 1, column 2, if you open this one, column 1, column 2, if you open this properly, the column names are available. Something is happened. Let me go back to transform data, click on the transform data. Something is not done properly. So what is that step we did not do properly? Let me go to returns table. Now it is telling me column 1, column 2. This is actually column name, right? So it is the column name. You have to go here, and I'm in the Power Query editor window. So use the first row as headers. Click on this option. So you are able to get returned and ABC. So this is the step got missed. Go to people, column 1, column 2. What you do? You simply go there and use the first row as address. Go to home, use the first row as address, so that you will be able to get this step attached. Clear? Now you close and apply. Again, it is going to be applying all the steps and it is going to be refreshing. You don't just, you need to wait. Clear? So only on these two tables, it's going to be applying the steps and it's going to be refreshed. Now, have you seen this? You're able to get something else. If you again wanted to go back and do something always, you go to desktop, go to home, transform data, click on this. You can go back to that window. You do whatever you would like to do it. You should be able to do it. Clear? If you wanted to get a complete code for this, go to view menu, and advanced editor. The complete the transformation that been applied. So these are the steps being applied and the complete code you can see it there. So go to people. If you want to see the complete M language code, go to view menu where in Power Query, click on advanced editor. So this is where you can apply. You can understand the complete code. I did not write this code. I don't understand also this code because I'm not a M language developer. I'm a Power BI developer. Clear? I don't know what it is writing, but I need to understand that it is doing some code. For example, your body does not understand apple, banana. Body understand magnesium, calcium, B6, B12, iron. Body does not understand what is apple. Apple you understand. Banana you understand. Pizza you understand. But body understand carbohydrates, vitamins, and lot of minerals. That is the body able to understand. So you understand the UI options, but you don't understand what is the language, right? So body understands something different, you understand something different. Developer can understand UI options, the machine can understand this kind of a code. Clear? So whether you have one or whether you have a 2 or 10, any sources you can have, you have to go in for different options. Then you close and apply. You close and apply. So you will be able to come to this window where we are going to be doing a lot of data modeling. So this is where we are going to be data modeling, or we say enhancement, lot of things that we're going to be working on. Once it is done, you are going to go here and create a lot of visualizations. Clear? So when you visualize the data, then later you're going to be publishing the data. Clear? So Power Query, we have done it. And this is what we have done it. This is also will do it. And we're going to be 3. And this is fourth number is published. So any end user can go to his machine and he can simply see the published reports. Okay, so that is what we're going to be seeing and working them. And so this is the menu. Which menu I'm talking about? So I'm talking about transform data menu, where you go and open this and all the items one by one. So we are going to be discussing what is transform, what is the add column, what is the view under Power Query, what are these options. So next 10 days we are going to be applying on this UI options transformation. So this is where you extract the data, this is where you transform the data, then this is where you're going to be loading the data to which place? To the Power Pivot. What is a Power Pivot? Which is a small database where it is going to be loading the data. In this place we create a data modeling. Okay, and afterwards we're going to be creating a lot of visualizations and we deploy or we share the reports to the public. So Power Query is this. These three are Power Query ETL operations. So Power Query and Power Pivot and Power Visualizations. Power Query for 10 days, Power Pivot for 10 days, and the Power View for 10 days, 30 hours. And plus we have DAX queries, everything are going to come here. DAX is part of Power Pivot. So PQware M language. Which language we're going to be learning? M language. What language you're going to be writing as part of Power Pivot? DAX, DAX queries. So this 10 days we're going to be learning. Plus we'll be talking about data warehousing, and a lot of other stuff. Clear? Lot of other stuff we're going to be discussing. And we also use SSAS cubes and get the data. We're going to be getting the data from where? From the SQL Server Excel sheets, right? We can also create a cube and get the data. That is what is called tabular model cubes. Clear? So that is also getting included, guys. So these are the simple steps I'm repeatedly telling, guys. So these three to four classes, when you practice them, you will be able to get very easily and very neatly. You can practice, and no need of writing coding nowadays, right? So because we have a machine learning is also there to help us, right? So, and what is the machine learning? The machine learning is a concept of a data science, right? Artificial intelligence, data science, and machine learning. So where machine itself is a learning, and it is writing the code based on your output, right? So that is what is the beautiful thing that data science has now, and we are going to be using that kind of a things as well. So Power BI is very easy. So this is what, guys, we are dealing with, and we'll practice more and more. So this is what we worked on: transform data, Power View, and Power Pivot. And next 10 days, I'll be working on this: where to click, what to click. So click on this, click on this, click on this. So that opens new window, Power Query window. So you can load the data from different sources, and you apply some steps, whatever I have applied. Okay. Queries window, data results window, ribbon window, query settings window, formula bar, advanced editor, all these things I had shown, right? So what is a ribbon menu? GA options are available, and where you should be able to see the results. So this is what is called results window. So if you go to Power Query editor window, so this is where you can see anything. So this is what is called results window complete. So this is a queries window. Okay, this is queries window, or this is what is called data window, data queries window, or this is where you can see the tables. This is what is called query settings. Okay, this is what is called formula bar, and this is what is called ribbon or the menu. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have one more option when you go to view menu. So that is what is called click on view menu, advanced editor. You will be able to get the complete code of the program. That's it. Okay. If you know these things, you do the wonders in the life. You concentrate only on these things. Clear? And this is what, right? Data result set window, queries window, tables window, query settings window, steps performed in a given table in proper place. Okay, this is where you can rename. So that's what. Clear? So formula bar, if you wanted to get it, go to view menu, formula bar, click on second step. Third step is query settings. You will be able to get the query settings pane. So where you need to go, Power Query, click on this, click on this, click on this. There are simple steps that you should be able to follow. Clear? So view query settings means you will be able to get this. This is very simple things. So advanced editor, if you wanted to see the complete code applied on the department, you can go in for this. Where go to view menu and click on advanced, this one, or it is available in the home also. Clear? If it is not available, go to view menu. You should be able to get the complete code. Either go to view, or you can also go to home. Clear, guys? So these things you apply, and from tomorrow we see how to apply ETL, some more ETL steps, blah blah blah. As we know that gets always 1,000 rows, apply transformations on first 1,000 rows initially, Power Query. When we close and apply, then it transforms the whole data. That means it's going to be applying each and every step on the 1 million data which is available in the source. But initially it is going to be getting only 1,000 rows, because if you get all 1 million data in the Power Query, it is useless, and lots of memory you need to have it. It will take a lot of time to load the data. If it is taking a lot of time, then when do you apply ETL transformations and everything? I don't want to stop coding it. I get some data and do some transformations on it. Clear? So that is what. So you have to practice, guys, and later you can save this file, that we can talk later. Clear? So people said, many people said it was very fast. So I repeated the same class once again and introduced some more steps, right? So don't worry about, at least open them, click them, go there, just understand. You create your own data. You create your employee table, employee ID. I will also give you my data. You can also work with your own data, create one Excel, attach it, and do something and load it, and create one more Excel file and do your own transformations and apply. So nothing will happen, because it is your own data, your own learning. If something goes wrong, let it go wrong. and you're only, playing with the tool, right? So you don't get any, heart attack. So don't worry about, right? So simply get your data, play with the data, play with the tool, so you can easily understand, guys. If something goes wrong, let it go wrong. Day one, you don't understand many things, right? Slowly, you will understand a lot of things. Thank you, guys. Any other questions?